I actually just got some Amazon packages in the mail, and I figured it could be fun to do some unboxings. She's blonde. This is about the time of year where I start seeing all the marathon TikToks and question whether or not I should be running a marathon. Drastic situations call for drastic measures, and I did pay $60 to buy one of these freaking bricks. This is what it looks like after. This was the color before, and this is what it's supposed to look like when you go to take it off. Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. By the time this video goes up, it'll be like several days past Halloween, but today is actually Halloween, and I'm kicking off another vlog. We are dog sitting this weekend. I just took him on like a 2-ish mile walk, and he's pooped. I wanted to start off the vlog now because I actually just got some Amazon packages in the mail, and I figured it could be fun to do some unboxings. It's a bunch of like really random stuff, but also like kind of interesting. Are you curious? You a curious boy? This is Brody. Do you want to say hi to the camera? No, you just want to see what the package is all about? They're not for you, unfortunately. I definitely thought this box was going to be way bigger, but maybe it's a good thing that it's not that big. This is the Clean Skin Club face towels. I only wash my face with these now, if I can use these, because my skin breaks out when I use washcloths or anything like that. So first item. Second item, I've actually never tried these before, but I've heard really good things about this brand. It's Medicube PDRN Pink Collagen Gel Masks. I really want to deep dive into my like health and wellness era. One, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I feel like now that we have like a wedding coming up in under 2 years, I can use it as an excuse to like really get my life together in terms of health and wellness. Obviously I go to the gym really regularly and I work out, but I want to start really taking care of myself. Obviously I went and got a haircut the other day. I'm getting my hair dyed tomorrow, which we can talk about. I want to start doing like regular facials, acupuncture, all of those things, like just really get into the nitty-gritty health and wellness era. I am starting with at-home skincare, and I'm currently researching like studios or spas in the area that can kind of tell me what I should be doing with my face. Obviously I use like my standard skincare now, and that works well for me, but I do want to start getting into like the professional grade skincare. I think that Medicube makes those like pore pads that a lot of people use, so we'll see how it works. Obviously I have not used it before, so I'm not even sure if it's like gonna break out my skin or what. There's a lot of noise going on in the background of this video. Second package is I got these electronic wipes to wipe off like my computer and devices. I've purchased these once before and I really liked them. We just like ran out, and my computer right now is really gross, so I've been leaving it on the countertop when I cook lately, and then so like food splatters on it, and then I'll eat and like touch my computer, so it just like needs a good wipe down. That, and I need to wipe down my phone and stuff. And I really like these. They're literally like $3 from Amazon. Would highly recommend. And then last but not least, these are kind of random pot stoppers to go on the top of cans if I'm only drinking half of the beverage so that it stays carbonated. Like I said, really random, but I have been loving drinking Bloom energy drinks recently, but I can only drink about half at a time so that I'm not super anxious and it doesn't make me super jittery or wired. So I'll put like the other half in the fridge, but by the time I go to drink the other half, like a day or two later, it's pretty flat. So I purchased these caps to hopefully go on the top of them so that I can only drink half the drink and the other half still stays super fresh. Don't know if they'll work or not. They did have like decent reviews on Amazon, but I do think that like every beverage is different, so we'll have to see. That's my little Amazon haul. Nothing crazy. But yeah, like I said, this is Halloween weekend. We have literally no plans tonight. We are kind of out of the phase of life where we are going to like parties and bars and stuff for Halloween. I'm sure if we were like invited, like if we had friends that were throwing a house party or something, we would maybe go to it and dress up. But in terms of like really fully going out for Halloween, kind of over that phase of life. I would much rather like stay in and carve pumpkins, which we still haven't done, and watch a movie, or like sit on the porch and watch a bunch of trick-or-treaters in their little Halloween costumes, or pass out candy or something. I just that's kind of the phase that I'm in. So we don't have any crazy plans tonight. And then for the rest of the weekend, one, we're watching Brody, so a lot of our weekend plans will revolve around hanging out with him. As of right now, we don't have any plans other than me getting my hair done tomorrow at 2 p.m. getting like a color. So gonna take whatever this is and just spruce it up a little bit because I feel like it's very blah at the moment. That's really our only plan, is me going to do that. So anyways, just wanted to kick off the vlog, say welcome back if you guys are new around here. Like I said, my name is Hannah. I make a lot of like lifestyle content. My fiance and I currently live in Salt Lake City, so we are constantly out and about, hiking, skiing in the winter, paddleboarding, trying new coffee shops. I love to read, I don't know, like traveling. We get up to a lot around here, so if you're into that kind of thing, you should stick around and subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's get the vlog started. I am running out of the house really quickly to do an errand. We don't have anything to carve the pumpkins, but we decided that that was going to be our Friday night activity because they're just sitting on the porch and we haven't done anything with them since we bought them. So better late than never, I suppose. So I'm going to run to Walmart and we are going to get carving stuff for the pumpkins. I'm also going to pick us up a little like Halloween treat. We didn't buy any candy this year because we don't have trick-or-treaters that will be coming to our door. So instead, I'm just going to buy us each a candy bar or something of the sort to snack on while we carve pumpkins. I'm really hoping that traffic is not going to be too bad. Did I forget my phone? No. And I want to be careful to obviously like not hit any kiddos that are out and about. So hopefully I can make it there and back before the Halloween madness starts. Slim pickings out in the world, but we got the goods. I don't know how well these are gonna carve pumpkins. I feel like the ones that were like electric were always the ones that I used as a kid growing up that worked the best. But this is what we're working with this Halloween. And I think they have little, yeah, each one has a little stencil. Candy-wise, I received a request for Three Musketeer, John's request for candy. And then I got peanut butter M&Ms, one of my favorite candies. I don't know when we're gonna choose to carve pumpkins, but at least we have the things that we need now, and that can be our little evening activity. We've set up the pumpkin carving station. I feel like this is how I always used to do it when I was little. My parents would lay down garbage bags on the counter, and then we would just like get out a big bowl for the guts. And I think we need another bowl because I think John said that he wants to roast the inside of the pumpkin, like the pumpkin seeds. Love a cute little setup. To be totally honest, I don't love carving pumpkins. Every bit of this process is just a lot of work and it's very messy. I like other art projects, but for some reason, carving pumpkins has never like really spoken to me. But I feel like it's just something that you have to do on Halloween. And I decided I want to do a skull face. There were many options in this book. I could have done a regular, oh actually they're all listed on the back. I could have done any of these. I was between skull, the house would have been cool, but very, very tedious. This is cool, the hat is cool. I also was maybe just going to do like a normal face, but I feel like I should just mix it up this year, and we have time, so I'm going to go for the skull, and we're going to see how it works. First I need to tape this on and hope for the best. This was actually really hard to tape on, so hopefully it turns out. It took 10 years off my life, but she's empty. I'm just gonna do this last. Gross. finished. Honestly, I feel like it's pretty good for having to use the hand tools. Also, we did forget to get lights, so we're gonna have to run out and get little like tea lights to put them on the porch. But overall, I think it's really cute. And then we have this one. Guess who's I don't know where the inspiration for this one came from, but he's kind of goofy looking. Okay, we couldn't find tea candles because they were all sold out, but we did find these. I think as long as we don't leave them unsupervised in the pumpkins, they'll be okay. So we're gonna see how they light up. What's he doing? Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. We have a little buddy this morning. We are up and after it this morning. It's only 10 o'clock. And at this point on a Saturday, this is like when I would be rolling out of bed. But I've lived a full almost 2 hours at this point. I guess that is the one thing about having a dog. Or having a dog in an apartment specifically is that you do have to like make the effort to get up, get out, walk them in the morning. We had a natural alarm clock this morning at 8:30 in the morning. He jumped on the bed and was like whacking his tail in my face, licking our faces, trying to get us up, which is okay. I'd rather this alarm clock than this alarm clock. I woke up, put on some sweats, and took him for a little walk around the block to go to the bathroom. And we're back, and we've been hanging out for a little bit. We've been playing with his corn, which is somewhere around here. And I just got dressed for the day and did my skincare, brushed my teeth, the whole 9 yards. I do still need to do my hair, but I'm honestly maybe just gonna leave it in a clip and just switch out the clip because this one doesn't match. I'm getting my hair done today at 2 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock now, so I have a good bit before I even need to head out to go to my hair appointment. So we're hanging out for a little bit, but we are getting our hair like fully colored today. I haven't decided what inspo pick I want to go for. I have a few that are saved. I'm really tempted to go blonder because my hair is so dark right now, but also at the same time, I just like don't get my hair colored enough, I feel like, and the roots are gonna grow in really fast, and then it's gonna be like dirty blonde and then blonde, and I feel like it's just gonna look weird. I'm at like that point in my life where I'm like, oh, I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know if I want to be like blonde again or if I just want to embrace the natural dark roots that are coming in. But I'll show you a few of my inspo pictures. This is one of them where it's kind of more of like a caramely brown with a few blonde highlights in there. And then I have this one. So we're not going super dark, but there are some blonde elements in there. And then the ones that I've seen recently that I really like, and this is what's making me potentially want to dye my hair blonder again. I really like this color. It's like a honey blonde. This color. But I'm like, my hair is so far from that color at this point that it really would be a full bleach moment to get it to that color. Not so much down here, but like my roots are pretty dark at this point, which is what I wanted. I wanted like my natural hair color to grow out to see like what it even would be. Also, my sister had a good point when I asked her like what color I should dye my hair. She was like, you need to think about what color you want it for the wedding, which I know I'm not getting married for like a long time at this point. Like 2 years seems so far away, but I do think that that's a good point. If I'm only getting my hair dyed like 2 or 3 times between now and the wedding, because I only really get my hair dyed like twice a year, I should think about what color I would want my hair to be for the wedding. I'm looking at colors that I could potentially want my hair to be for wedding day, and I think I would be fine with any of these colors, honestly. So I need to figure out which picture specifically to show her, because I feel like if I showed her all of these, they're all very different colors. I'm thinking this because it's a little bit brighter than what my hair is right now, and it's just taking, honestly, the blonde that's down here and taking it up and through the root again. And that way, if I ever do want to be like this blonde or this blonde again, I'm already partially there. Whereas if I wanted to do like this today, I feel like it would be a full head of bleach. And I think she said today we were just gonna try to do like a half highlight I think it'll look good. I've done something similar to this before. I've just never done it with this gal. I did look at her work on her Instagram and like I really do like what she does, which is why I picked her. So I'm excited to have a little bit of a switch up. Like I said yesterday, we're in our health, wellness, like glow up era, and that does include my hair. I want to make my hair thick again. I want to get back to like a color that I like, because right now this isn't doing it for me. I just want to be like on a full health, wellness, like feeling good about myself type of journey. Hands-free vlogging while driving, so I don't know how good this angle is, but I'm kind of in a rush. I decided that I had enough time between my hair appointment and just like lounging around to take Brody for a really long walk. So I ended up going for about 3.25 miles, so 3.25 miles. And it was definitely a long walk. By the end of it, we were both like, why did we do this? And it left me with about 20 minutes to take a shower, put on a little bit of makeup, put on an outfit, put my hair back up, and I'm going to pick up lunch on the way. I was gonna make lunch before leaving and then just get like a fun drink to sip on in the salon, but I'm just gonna do it all in one stop and go to Chick-fil-A. So that's where I'm headed right now, and then we will be headed down to Draper to go to the hair appointment. I've been to the salon once before to get my hair cut, and it is like a 30-minute drive, which is kind of a hike, but I just could not find any salons in Salt Lake City that spoke to me, or like hairstylists in Salt Lake City that spoke to me. So it is a bit of a drive, but I do think that it will be worth it, and I'm looking forward to just kind of chilling for the rest of the afternoon. I brought my Kindle with me. I also brought my phone so I can scroll if I want to, but I'm really glad that I got that movement in, because I'm about to sit in a chair for several hours. If you've ever dyed your hair, you know how long the process takes. It sometimes makes me go nuts. So I wanted to get all of my energy out beforehand and also get Brody's energy out beforehand, because actually I don't think I mentioned this, but John's been sick for the past week. So he really hasn't been able to like help take Brody on walks or anything. He'll do short walks, but for the most part it's been me taking Brody for like his long daily walk. And I just wanted to get Brody's energy out before I left him with John, since I knew John would be able to take him on a walk. Anyways, that's the current update. Gonna head to Chick-fil-A now, fill myself up, get a fun drink, and then we will be headed to the salon. Remember when I said that I didn't know if I wanted to go in and get super blonde? She's blonde. She's very blonde. I honestly really like it though. Like, this just feels like me. I am not a brunette girly. I really do enjoy embracing the natural roots, but like to my core, I am a blondie. I do think that it'll fade a little bit better. Also, this bathroom lighting is like a little bit harsh. Let me see if we can go into the bedroom and do some golden hour lighting. That's a little bit better. Not as aggressive, but I really, really like it. Like, she killed this. And I told her my plan for wanting to test out hair colors for the wedding in 2 years, and she knows like I don't get my hair dyed that often. So this is the first step, and then we're just gonna tweak from here to see what I like. Like, I want to see how it grows out, see how I feel about it after I wash it on my own, everything of that sort. But she really did kill it, and I'm obsessed. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm still trying to get used to my hair being extremely blonde again. It's so weird to look at the viewfinder and see that this is not dark anymore, and that it is in fact very blonde. I do like it though still. I think it's just gonna take some getting used to. We woke up around, I think like 8:30 this morning, 8 o'clock maybe, but it's daylight savings. So technically our body thinks it's 9 o'clock, but it was like 8 a.m., which actually I'm kind of vibing with. I always feel like it's nice to get up earlier on the weekend and just have full days rather than waking up closer to noon, even though I'm definitely a noon sleeper on the weekends, or like I get pretty close to it sometimes. So we were up 8:30, partly because Brody was telling us that he needed to go for a walk, which is fair. So we took him around the block, stopped at a little coffee shop to get a chai latte, and so I'm sipping on this morning, and we are hanging out in the living room together. We're gonna play some ball. Can you bring it to me? I am deep into New York City Marathon TikTok. This is about the time of year where I start seeing all the marathon TikToks and question whether or not I should be running a marathon. And then I remember that I tried to pick up running several weeks ago and literally hurt my foot, hence the ice pack. I went to the doctor's for it the other day and they put me on some sort of like remedy to heal it, but this is what I get for trying to run. No running in my future, but I do like watching all the New York City Marathon TikToks. I feel like everyone just pops off. If I were to ever run any marathon, I think that I would want to run New York. And I would maybe just be one and done. Just because like I've heard the energy when you're running New York is what gets you through it, and the crowds are nuts. And as someone that lived there for 4 years and like was there for several New York City Marathon weekends, the energy in the city in general, like not even just on the race course, is actually insane. So if I ever were to run a marathon, it would be the New York City Marathon, but not anytime soon. I feel like I want to sit on the couch for a little bit, drink my chai. John is playing Fortnite. We're gonna play with Brody, and I'm gonna do some scrolling because I love the New York City Marathon TikTok content, and in my opinion, it's one of the best times of the year. I didn't realize that I still had this on my head until I just turned on the vlog. I just ate a little bit of breakfast. I just made 2 breakfast sausages and had a like peanut butter chocolate protein bar. Kind of a weird breakfast. We need to go grocery shopping. It's Sunday, so we're like out of a lot of food, but John is picking up a few things at the grocery store, so we'll see what he ends up coming back with. Turn on the camera because we need to have a chat about screen time. My screen time on my phone is getting so out of control. It has been out of control for a while, and I'm just noticing that my attention span is shit, for lack of a better term. I can see my attention span and just like quality of life literally degrading because all I do is scroll when I have free time. I scroll on Instagram, I scroll on TikTok, I scroll on Facebook, I scroll on YouTube. Like, I am a scroller. I cannot help it. Whenever I have downtime at work, whenever I have downtime on the couch on a Sunday morning when I'm not doing anything, whenever I have downtime at night when I crawl into bed, like I am scrolling. And my biggest concern is that my attention span is like no longer in the building with us. It has left the building a long time ago, and I don't even have the attention to sit down and like read a book anymore. It's gotten that bad. I would rather scroll than read a book, and that has become a major problem for me, and I just like don't know how to fix it, and I have never known how to fix it. I know it's a problem, but I'm like, I need someone to physically take my phone away from me to not scroll. And I know that there are settings on your phone that you can place to like lock apps after a certain period of time, but the issue with that is that it takes one key code in your phone or one press of the ignore button to unlock the app. Like, it doesn't actually lock the app in your phone. You can unlock it very easily. With that being said, drastic situations call for drastic measures, and I did pay $60 to buy one of these freaking bricks. I originally found out about bricks from a podcast that I listened to. If you guys listen to the What We Said podcast, JC Marie Smith, she talked about brick, and the first time I heard her talk about brick, I'm like, that sounds honestly so stupid. Like, why would anyone pay money to literally lock themselves out of their phone? Here we are today. But then I've also started to see brick talked about on TikTok, because that's all I do is scroll on TikTok and other social media platforms. So in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, maybe it would be a useful tool. And I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, I am willing to try anything. So I did buy a brick. And essentially what a brick is that it is a physical device that locks you out of certain apps that you choose. For example, I can set up the brick to lock me out of all social media, all games, basically anything but like iMessage and an actual physical phone. So like what a flip phone would be for certain blocks throughout the day. Like, you can set time limits. So I could set a time limit where I'm only able to access the social media apps on my lunch break during the week. I'm only able to access social media during like an hour here and there. I 100% lock myself out of the apps at nighttime. The catch is that you need the physical brick to unlock your phone. So you have to actually like touch the brick to the phone to get it to unlock the apps. And one thing that I am self-aware about and like know myself is that if I have to get up to get something, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't want it, do not care. If I'm in bed and I am comfy, cozy, and I have to get up to get a brick to get onto social media, I no longer care about social media. And that's why I personally think this will be a useful tool for me, because I am somewhat lazy, and if it takes me getting up out of like a place where I'm comfortable or going out of my way to do something, I'm probably just not going to do it if I'm not desperate enough, you know what I mean? So that's why I personally think that this will work better than the screen time locks on the phone. So we shall see. It has a magnetic back, so you can leave it on anything that's magnetic in the apartment. You can store it anywhere. Like, I could ask John to hide it for me if I wanted to. I'm not sure I'll do that. I don't think I'm that desperate, but I do plan to put it out of reach when I don't need it, if that makes sense. So overall goal, want to stop scrolling aimlessly, want to get my screen time down, and I want to get my attention span back. And I'm really hoping that this helps. And I think that you ironically have to set it up with your phone, so I'm gonna do that quickly. Also, not sponsored. I know this sounds like an ad. Like, they did not send this to me. I am not working with them. This is free will, free advertisement. And I'll give you guys an update like after I've been using it for a week, but I do want to see if it like actually brings my screen time down and if I notice myself not going on social media as much because I don't want to reach for the brick. Sorry, not the block. So I'll give you guys like a 1 week update, but I'm going to give it a week, try it out. If I don't like it, I think that they have a good return policy where you can just return it if it doesn't work for you, but I am going to check this baby out for a week and we can go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and use my phone to get the Brick app and set it up, and I will set up all of my rules, my regulations. I think that I definitely know that I want my social media apps to lock around 8:30, 9 o'clock, like when I crawl into bed, and then I also want them to lock during my workday. I'll give like an hour, like I'll give myself an hour in the middle of the day, like lunch break to scroll just to like catch up, and like maybe an hour in the morning. But I just don't want it to be where like first thing I'm doing like when I wake up in the morning is scrolling. When I have any sort of break from work, I'm scrolling. I need to replace scrolling time with something else, whether it's finding myself busy work to do or picking up my Kindle again for the first time in like weeks because I'm in a book slump and I don't have the attention span for it. I'm not gonna make you watch me do this, but we're getting after it, and pray for me because this has to work or else I'm gonna have to just throw my phone away and get a flip phone, let's be honest. Officially all set up, the app is set up, my schedule is set up. We are going to brick my device for the first time, and now I'm officially locked out of all of the social media and game apps that I requested. Let's see if I could even try to get into it if I wanted to. A brick notification pops up. You've turned off TikTok. Your phone is currently bricked. To access this, tap your brick. Let's see if I did that. Then you get to go into the app. And it says back to what matters. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go put this on the fridge. We are bricked until further notice. And now I need to figure out what to do with myself other than scroll. Honestly, the apartment needs a good little pickup, so I might do that. Guys, let's pray this works. I am so obsessed with dirty sodas that I did buy the ingredients to make my own dirty soda at home. But I am gonna make it a little bit healthier by using Olipop instead of Diet Coke. So I figured we can make one together. First things first, I do 2 pumps of sugar-free coconut. I just bought this off of Amazon if you're curious. If you want to try the swig order that we normally get using regular Diet Coke, this recipe is like pretty spot on, I will have to say. So I do 2 pumps of coconut, maybe an extra 1/4 pump just for good measure. And then I need to slice this in half and do about half of a lime. Half might be too much, but we're gonna find out. We have this is for limes, I think, technically, or lemons, but I feel like you can totally use a lime in here. Crack open the Olipop. Get a straw, stir it around. It is a while later. I didn't even do the full dirty Olipop review, but it was really good. I got distracted. One of my friends was FaceTiming me and we got chatting for a little bit. I got distracted talking to her and like literally slurped the Olipop down while we were chatting. But now we're putting on shoes and we're gonna take Brody for a nice longish walk. Probably not as long as yesterday. Yesterday, the walk was maybe a little bit too long, in my opinion. Today, it's like really, really nice outside. It's 64 degrees and very sunny. So we want to get outside, get some movement in. I was telling John this is probably the laziest day that Brody's had since he's been with us, because I've tried to take him for at least 2 mini walks and then 1 long walk a day, but it is past 2 o'clock now. I think it's like 2:45, and this is the first like actual walk of the day. We took him on a mini one this morning to go get coffee, but we have yet to take him on a long walk. So he's been snoozing on the couch, and I don't even know what we've been up to today. Now we're finally getting out and about. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. We just have on tennis shoes, shirt, threw my hair up in a clip, and we are off. I don't know if I'm gonna need a sweatshirt, but I'm gonna bring it just in case, because even though it's like 64 degrees, it could be kind of windy. So I'm just gonna wear it around my waist, and that will be that. Sunday evening, and I've decided that I want to do a little bit of skincare and just kind of reset for the week. I actually just cleaned my ring. I've been trying to make this like a weekly habit. My sister got me, first of all, a really cute package with like a ton of stuff in it. I think I have a picture of it. I can pop it up on the screen. But she got me this diamond dazzle stick in the package, and I was actually eyeballing it on Amazon because it had good reviews and just hadn't bit the bullet. And then once she sent me the package, I was like, oh, perfect. I don't even have to buy it. But she uses it, my mom uses it, and I really like it so far. It's like a little paintbrush type thing that you get wet, and then there's diamond cleaner inside the little stick part, I guess. So when you twist it up, blue liquid forms, and it's kind of like a soapy consistency, and you literally just like brush it all over your ring, and it cleans it and makes it good as new. I've been trying to do it once a week because I do feel like when you wear your ring all day every day, it does get pretty grimy, to be honest. And I just noticed that like the band gets crusty, the diamond doesn't look as sparkly, so it's become like my Sunday ritual to clean my ring and just make it look like new, because I mean, who doesn't want a new sparkly ring? So I just did that, and I'm getting ready to try one of my new face masks. I was gonna do this yesterday, but when I was reading the instructions, it says to remove the mask sheets after about 1 to 3 hours on your face. So they have to literally sit there for 1 to 3 hours, which is insane to me. I had no clue. I thought it was just like a 10-minute face mask. But I actually find that like way more intriguing. So I'm gonna try one out tonight. It says, open the pouch, remove the film for the upper and lower masks, place the upper mask centered around the eyes, remove the masks about 1 to 3 hours when the sheet turns transparent. Gently pat the remaining serum on the skin for absorption. The time it takes for the mask sheets to become transparent may vary for each individual. The one beef I have with these sheet masks is that they're never super easy to remove from the packaging. Like, they're always drippy. I think you do upper first. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I do lower first. Oh my god. This is so slimy. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. It kind of smells good. Like, is that weird? Oh my god, it's so slimy. I literally look like Santa Claus right now. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I did this correctly. I look scary. Now we leave it on for 2 to 3 hours, and I do feel like I need to lay down with this because it keeps slipping. So I'll check back in an hour or two for the results. Oh my god, I look terrifying. Alright, we're switching over to the iPhone footage because I am downloading film from my camera, so the SD card is currently plugged into my computer, but this is what it looks like after. This was the color before, and this is what it's supposed to look like when you go to take it off. So for me, I don't know what time it is because you're on my phone. I think it took about a little over an hour for it to turn this color. It feels so weird coming off my face. Initially, I don't notice much of a difference. I guess my face is a little bit shinier than it was before, like a little glowier. So we love that. But I think that it's one of those things where it's like, I'll really notice it tomorrow morning. I was reading reviews and people said, oh, I did this face mask at night and then I saw results in the morning. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and be like, wow, my skin is way glowier than usual, which would be nice. So that was the before. This is the after. I'm gonna put some face moisturizer on instead of doing my full skincare because the face mask has products in it and I just want to see what the results are without all of my other skincare products, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like that's the true way to test it. So I'm just gonna put on, I didn't take my rings off before putting on lotion. I'm just gonna put on lotion and call it a night. Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this little like HalloWeekend days of my life in Utah. And I'm really excited for some other vlogs that I have planned this coming month in November. So you should stick around and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.